you're in Asia, play with us!
Ready up live?
Ready up live.
Ready up live?
What's up everybody, Greenskull here to analyze the new Halo 4 weapon sounds video that Waypoint just released. A lot of really cool things in here, including some new weapons. What is that noise? Let's turn that off. Luckily they released a version of the video without that dubstep stuff, so we can actually listen to it. And don't worry guys, this song is not in the game. It's likely that this will be a remix of a song, much like they did with Halo 2. In the Halo Bulletin they just released, a few people like Frank O'Connor, David Ellis, they explain what the weapons are all about. So I'm gonna let you guys watch chunks of the video and then explain what you just saw. Start with the assault rifle. So the new AR apparently feels a little bit underpowered than what it used to feel like, but it's still useful in a lot of situations. Those situations being close quarters combat and multiplayer, or dealing with swarms of crawlers in campaign and Spartan Ops. Here's a new set of armor that's pretty cool. We've seen it before on a character standing beside Master Chief in one of the trailers. Looks like we can definitely use it in multiplayer too. The Magnum. The Magnum is designed, obviously, to be a secondary weapon in your loadouts. It can do its job, but it's not really what you're gonna prefer. You're not gonna quickly jump to say, hey, I'm gonna use this pistol. It's formidable and it works and has a fast rate of fire, and surprisingly, it's more deadly than the DMR at close range. So if you really want to have that balanced loadout, a DMR and a pistol would be great for you. And also, check out this new helmet. It's got a greeny blue visor. On the front it's green and the sides it's blue. I think that's a new type of visor. It looks pretty interesting to see multiple colors in a visor. So I think it's pretty safe to say we will also have a bright, obviously green visor. So I don't have to punch a cat if you guys remember that old video. All I wanted was a green visor, so I'm psyched. And it's also skull shaped. There's some nasal notches there and a line where the teeth would be and some eyes. We got a skull shaped, green visored helmet. I know what helmet I'm gonna rock in Halo 4 now. Battle rifle. The battle rifle is a 3-shot burst, awesome weapon that everybody loves. The battle rifle is Frank O'Connor's favorite loadout rifle. It's pretty precise at mid-range and is usable at long range. Close range works awesome too. This is my kind of gun. I like a very versatile weapon that's not entirely long range because I like to get a little more close quarters, but it gets the job done mid-range. It's not as precise as the DMR, but it's more predictable than the light rifle, which is the Promethean counterpart. The BR is 2x zoom, where the DMR is 3x zoom. So let's go on to the DMR. The DMR is extremely precise and predictable, but it's very slow firing. So it's not something that you just want to run around corners with. It's all about sitting back and using it almost like a sniper rifle. Frank says that it's useful in mini-snipe conditions, like taking someone off a turret. David Ellis actually thinks the DMR is better than the BR. I think this is a debate we're going to see a lot. I feel like the community is going to be very split. Some people will be loving the BR, some will love the DMR. You know, I say now that I'm going to love the BR, I don't really know, we'll see when it comes out. Because the BR has a 3-burst round, you can kind of be a little less precise with it. The rocket launcher. Seems like everybody doesn't have anything new to say about the rocket launcher. It still functions as it always has. An explosive death machine, you use it, you're expected to get a kill with it. That's the joy of power weapons. You know, if you play your cards right, that is pretty much guaranteeing you a kill. And it looks like the rocket isn't changing that. The main difference with the rocket launcher in Halo 4 is that the projectile speed is upped a little, and the splash damage is a little bit larger. And whoa, look at that. At the end of that rocket clip, we have a new pistol. It looks like a Promethean pistol. That's pretty cool. Nice little thing to throw in there. I almost missed it myself. Now, I was waiting for this shot of the Promethean pistol before I talked about what we already saw, actually. In the DMR clip, we actually see what appears to be this pistol being used, and it looks like it shoots fire. That's pretty sweet. Shotgun.
Killing spree.
We have a totally new design for the shotguns. Very cool looking now. The shotgun in Halo 4 is not as overpowered as it has been in the past. It's a one-shot kill at point-blank range, usually, but it's not quite as deadly as reaches. Not much to say about this one other than the fact that, look, this is the shotgun. You've always known what the shotgun feels like. You run, you gun. That's what it's all about.
Invincible snapshot.
The sniper rifle in Halo 4 looks completely different than it has in the past. Frank says he'd put it between Reach and Halo 2 in terms of ease of use. Chris says this version of the sniper rifle feels really powerful. There's some beefy new sound effects on it, and there's firing recoil. It resets back to the center after each shot. This will add another degree of difficulty for snipers, which I'm all for. So that makes it more difficult for a sniper to line up their shots after every shot they take. But the accuracy and aim assist is adjusted to help compensate for that. It seems like it's a pretty easy to use sniper rifle though. Now in the video, you see the metal and hear the announcer say snapshot.
Snapshot.
almost positive Snapshot is a new medal for getting a no-scope. Finally, no-scopes can be rewarded. All of the other shots in that video are zoomed except the Snapshot one. The sticky detonator.
First strike.
This one's got a lot of people excited. You fire off the sticky, let it blow up when you want it to. It functions very similar to how the grenade launcher worked in Halo Reach. It's tricky to use, but when it works, it's incredibly satisfying. It's very tough to stick people with, but you can do it. It's really useful against vehicles because you have a huge target to hit. Again, you could probably compare that to the grenade launcher in Halo Reach. Taking down a Banshee or a Warthog or anything was a pretty easy task, but actually hitting a person's a lot trickier. Everyone had nothing but good things to say about it. The SAW. David says that the SAW is a psychologically intimidating gun, probably due to its look and sound. When you first look at it, you'd think of it as a mega powerful AR, but it's not. Don't get fooled by that. The SAW functions kind of like a heavy machine gun. It's not about precision as much as you hold that trigger and you let all those rounds fly. Chris refers to it as a mobile turret emplacement. As David says, you unleash its fury by burning down enemies with overwhelming force. Spartan Laser. You guys all know what the Spartan Laser is by this point. Frank says it's just as challenging to use as before, but he says it feels less powerful to him. So you have to control it a lot more. He also says you can't fan it like you did in Halo 3, where you kind of strafe it sideways so you get those 3 laser shots going out. David says he'd put it just below the Halo 3's laser and just above Halo Reach's. That seems pretty fair. Halo 3 Spartan Laser was a death machine. Halo Reach's wasn't bad, so that seems like a pretty fair placement to me. In matchmaking, you'll mainly find the Spartan Laser on maps with ordnance drops designed for big team battle. The Railgun. The Railgun charges like the Spartan Laser, but it charges quicker, and it's obviously not as strong as the Spartan Laser. It's so quick that it's hard to use on planned targets the way the Spartan Laser was. You can't just sit there aiming and waiting for it to fire. So it's tricky in that sense. You can't be aiming down your sights waiting to hit that one guy. There's no zoom on this either, unlike the Spartan Laser, which you can zoom in with. So this is a very handheld, turn around the corner, hope you can hit somebody with it. Apparently there's a pretty big learning curve on this weapon, and I can tell it looks pretty tricky to use, but I feel like this will be a fan favorite when the game comes out. I'm excited to see some awesome jump up 360 railgun shots. Promethean vision is a great tool to use with the railgun. Because you don't have that time to beat down on an enemy, you can see the enemy approaching from behind the wall, be prepared to fire and charge just as he's coming out from behind the wall and get that insta-kill. Like the skull helmet before, it looks like this visor has 2 colors on it. The very front middle of it is blue and the sides are yellow, and it changes based on the direction you're looking at it. So what do you know? I think we have some iridescent visor colors. I'm hoping these iridescent visors will be the top tier of visors. You really have to work hard to unlock them. That's what I'm hoping, because if you see someone rocking an iridescent visor, that's pretty boss and you know he's awesome. In the bulletin, Frankie has a huge section talking about his work with Bungie and his work with 343. I figured I might as well let you guys read it for yourself. It's a pretty good read. The link is in the description of this video. Go check that out for yourself. You'll also see the full weapon descriptions. Make sure you go check it out. Totally worth it. Be sure to subscribe, like, and favorite this video. Thanks for watching, guys.